Pokemon Go is unreal. It's taking over the world, and now it's taking over episode 224 of the Los Lobos podcast. Yeah, I just said that. I'm your host, SuperZambezi, and today I'm joined by only SpiderStaryu.
Hello, everyone, and that's all you need. Only SpiderStaryu.
It's SpiderStaryu, yeah, more Pokemon. That's what this entire podcast is going to be about, because
Exactly.
Pokemon Go is a crazy phenomenon right now. It's beyond what I ever imagined it would ever be. I don't know if you feel the same way, Staryu, but this is incredible. I don't know what's going on half the time with this game.
Everyone is playing Pokemon, all right? Kids, teenagers, moms, dads, uncles, aunts, everyone, grandmas, grandpas, everyone is playing Pokemon. Yeah, literally everyone. Like, you go outside and whatnot, you see people of all ages with their phones out and trying to find Pokemon. It is phenomenal.
It's something I've never experienced before in my life. Something like this, never. But before we get into all the crazy experiences we've had and the stories we have to tell or what have you, I wanted to go over some stats, where we're at in this game. And just for reference, for whoever's listening in the future, whoa.
Oh my God.
I think we've had this game for about a week and a half, correct?
Yes, I believe so.
It came out on a Wednesday or a Thursday, like July 6th, 7th or something, and today we're recording this on the 16th. So it's been about 10 days with this game. For me, I'm a level 7.
God.
I'm part of Team Mystic, the blue one. I'm not part of that whole team rivalry yet, because I can barely touch a gym and I haven't met anybody with this team color yet, so it's not a big deal for me, but it is for a lot of other people. For Pokemon, right now I have 64 caught in the Pokédex. Actually, I don't know how many I have in the Pokédex. I have like 28 caught and 30 seen. That's how many I have.
Oh, please.
What about you, Staryu?
Well, I'm at level 14.
Oh,
I'm at level 14, and I have caught 78 Pokemon. So, take that, SC. Also, I am not a part of any team yet. I didn't join any team because I am still undecided, because I'm between Team Blue and Team Yellow. So, I am just thinking about which do I want to pledge my allegiance to. So, yeah, and of course, I know everyone's gonna be asking, have you caught a Staryu? And the answer is yes, I have caught a Staryu. So you can calm down, you can live happily, you can just breathe, take a deep breath, because yes, I do have a Staryu. So the world is at peace, the world is okay. And yeah. Yes. And is there any other stats that I didn't mention that I should have mentioned?
No, I think those are the general ones that everyone goes for.
Okay.
So I didn't know you were able to not pick a team if you didn't want to. I thought you had to.
I have not seen anything like that pop up.
Oh. I thought you said you were level 14.
If it has popped up, I have just closed it.
Oh, okay. That's okay. So yeah.
I'm being serious.
When you turn level 5, it asks you which team you want to be part of.
Yeah.
Okay. Moving on. So I wanted to go back to that, like the social aspect of this game, because that's the craziest thing, is that you go out right now, at least. I don't know what it'll look like in a week, in a month, but right now you go out and it's very likely that you'll find someone playing Pokemon Go. Depends where you are. I mean, around where I'm at, probably not. Maybe where there's a few more people, where it's a little busier, where people are more, I guess, walking outside. But like it's just everywhere. You see it in, well, obviously the people playing. You see the businesses taking part, giving out discounts for people who are playing Pokemon. You're hearing warnings from police officers, from organizations, safety tips. It's everywhere right now. Have you had the similar experience with that?
Dude, I live in New York City. I have seen tons and tons of lures, I've seen people just together talking about it. I've seen people walking in front of me, like literally with their phone out. They're like, "Oh my God, there's a Zubat! There's a Zubat! Wait, hold on! Stop walking! I gotta catch it!" And like literally, they're hanging onto their phone and trying to throw the Pokeball, and they keep missing. They keep missing over and over again.
Oh my God.
And I'm just watching until they get it, and then like after the 7th Pokeball, they finally get it. It's everywhere, yeah.
That doesn't surprise me if they're over there running for a Zubat.
Right.
Like,
but one thing I want to say is I have not seen the discount thing. Like I live in Queens, but I have not seen anything like in Manhattan or anything like that. I have not seen like discounts, so I don't know. Maybe it's a local thing where you're at, but I have not seen discounts.
Yeah. So I actually. Okay, so you're New York. I'm actually on the other side of the country. I'm Arizona, and yesterday I was actually out in downtown Tempe, and that's kind of like where it's pretty active over there on a Friday night, Saturday night. It's very like college area, lots of parties, bars, that kind of thing. That area, so there's people all over the place.
Okay.
And that's where I saw so many people on their phone. I would say the 45% of the people there in the streets had Pokemon Go out, and they're just all searching. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like it. And that's where I saw a lot of discounts, like different, a lot of bars I saw, like, show us that you got a Pokemon and you get $3 off this drink. Like, whoa.
Ooh.
Like, this is... Wow.
And now I know where to go when I'm 21.
There you go. And if you look at your map, first off, that area is littered with Pokestops everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
And because it's such a popular thing, these businesses that are near these Pokestops, they're putting in lures. Every single one of them has a lure in, and there's just Pokemon everywhere. You see those pink petals everywhere. I'm gonna keep repeating the words crazy and phenomenon. Because it is.
Dude, can I tell you something?
Yes, please.
Something recently happened in where I live. And near. Okay, I don't live in Manhattan, but in Manhattan, in Central Park. I don't know if you guys know this. So you might be hearing this for the first time, but where I live in Central Park, Manhattan, there was a Vaporeon in Central Park. So do you know what a Vaporeon is? You know, the evolved form of Eevee, right?
Yeah.
So Vaporeon is rare. It's hard to get a Vaporeon. So there was a Vaporeon, and everyone was going crazy. Everyone with their Pokemon Go, everyone was going crazy running at Central Park trying to catch that Vaporeon. It was freaking nuts. I heard about it on the news, and I'm like, whoa, really? That could have been me. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that could have been me. That's a great response. Oh my God.
Everyone was getting out of their cars, finding parking, running out of their cars, trying to catch it. Like,
yeah.
It's serious.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw that video, and in that video, I saw that people were in their cars on the road, and they literally were getting out. I saw the person in the driver's seat get out and start heading towards the park to go catch a Vaporeon. Are you kidding me?
Oh, that's you, though. If you have a car, you would totally be driving over there being like, oh, Vaporeon, oh my God, get a Vaporeon.
See, actually, I had my chance to test it out yesterday because, like I said, I was in the Tempe area. That's very college-oriented. A lot of people playing Pokemon Go there. Mm-hmm. And so, for those that don't know, Arizona is a desert. It's 1,000,000 degrees here, and there's very little water. But in Tempe, there's this man-made lake that we have called Tempe Town Lake, and it's very close to where I was at. So I heard some people saying how there's a lot of Pokemon there, and that's where you're gonna find water Pokemon. And this whole time, I haven't been able to get any water Pokemon because I live in a desert. This is 11:30 at night, by the way, when this Tempe Town Lake. It's a lake and a park. It's both. So at this time, there's usually nobody there. It's kind of deserted. It's 11:30 at night, but I went over there. The place was packed with people all over the place.
Oh my
gosh. Everyone
gosh.
on their phones. It was insane. And I went there, parked, got out of my car, and just kind of walked around. And I wasn't even paying attention to the game. I was just so fascinated that all these people, there were just herds of people, herds like animals. Oh my God. There were like groups of people just playing this game.
Herds of Pokemon.
Oh, I wish. Can you imagine a horde battle from Generation 6 if those existed?
Oh my God.
I'd be throwing so many Pokeballs.
Missing.
Hey now. But it was just crazy because it's similar to what you were just saying about that oh shoot, I already forgot the name. Vaporeon.
Vaporeon, yeah.
It was not the same thing, but everyone here is like, wow, water Pokemon, they actually exist in Arizona. So I'm just sitting there, I'm just watching everything, looking at Pokemon Go, and I see a Horsey appear on my screen, and then I hear people, Horsey, there's a Horsey! And I was like, oh my gosh!
It's so adorable.
And I heard it for 2 other Pokemon. I heard it for Psyduck and for Tentacool.
Oh, Tentacool.
And I
like Tentacool.
I got all 3, so. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, that's awesome. Well, can I just say one thing to you, SC?
Yeah.
If you catch a Staryu or a Starmie, whichever, Staryu, Starmie, you need to post that immediately on Twitter and tag me in it. You gotta literally tag me. You tag SpiderStaryu. You better do that if you are graced with the appearance of Staryu. All right?
I'll try, but I mean, it'll probably only happen if I go back to that lake. So.
Well, I'm just saying.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. So yeah, that's something I experienced last night. What was something from the very first thing that you did with this game? Like, how did that go? You downloading it? What was the first thing you did?
Well, I was at my house at like 10 or 11 o'clock at night.
Oh.
So I wasn't gonna go outside, but I downloaded the app. I was like, oh, let me download Pokemon Go. Why not? Come on, let's make it happen. So I downloaded Pokemon Go. And immediately, I think that they give you a starter at the beginning, right? Because there were like 3 starters like already near me. I was like, oh, okay. So, I just caught myself. Who did I get? Let me look at my Pokemon that I've caught. So just give me 1 second. I have a Squirtle. Yeah, Squirtle.
Oh,
so
me too.
I got a Squirtle. Oh, that's great. Well, I saw Squirtle. I'm like, oh, Squirtle's so adorable. So I'm like, I have to get a Squirtle. So I got a Squirtle, and then after that, I was just walking around my house because some people have said, like, where I live, like in their apartments, they said I found like 3 Pokemon in my house. I'm like, okay, let me just go around my house and look for Pokemon. My mom and dad were like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I'm looking for Pokemon, and they just look at me like I'm crazy. I'm like, whatever. You don't have the knowledge of Pokemon Go, so whatever. So I'm looking around my house, and then I go to my laptop, and on my laptop there was a freaking Doduo. You know what a Doduo is?
Yes.
The bird with the 2 heads. So I caught a Doduo, and that was it. Then the next day, I went outside, and I just caught a bunch of Pokemon, one after the other. I found another Doduo, a Caterpie, a Goldeen, a Rattata, a Tauros, an Electabuzz. I was just finding Pokemon left and right. And yeah, that's pretty much been my experience. I like I said, I've seen people play it, and I've seen lures, but I haven't seen, like... What am I trying to say? I've not seen like hordes of people. I haven't seen like a whole group of people just like assemble and like be like, oh, Pokemon. I've seen like 3 or 4 people hanging out and talking about it, but I haven't seen like hordes and hordes of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So what was it like? So hold on, question. Did you download this the day it was released?
Yes, but at night.
At night. Okay. So the first day when you walked out of your front door, were you like kind of nervous to whip out your phone and start like wandering around with it in your face?
No.
Okay.
No, actually, no. Really, no. I didn't really... Also, when I was holding my phone, I wasn't, like, just looking at my phone exclusively, because I am not like some people who are just, like, oblivious to the world around them.
Yeah.
I was looking around, I put my phone down at times, so I was looking around and whatnot, and if I heard my phone, like, because my phone was on vibrate, I didn't have it, like, on to sound, so it was on vibrate, and when I would hear vibrate, and I'd see a Pokemon was nearby, I'm like, gotta get it. I was tapping on the screen. And that's pretty much what it is. And can I just quickly say the story when I caught my Staryu? Can I quickly say that?
Go ahead.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. I gotta breathe. I gotta breathe. Okay. So I went outside my apartment because I live in an apartment complex. So I'm on the 15th floor. So I gotta go down the elevator. Go out the lobby. And I'm out the front door. So I'm walking around, all right. I'm seeing people on the phones and whatnot. So I'm like, I assume either they're texting or they're on Pokemon Go. So, okay, I continue walking, and then suddenly I see on the nearby screen, I see a Staryu, and I'm like, oh my god, there's a Staryu nearby. Oh my gosh. So then I just keep walking. And then I see 2 Staryus nearby. I'm like,
what?
Oh my gosh. And this wasn't even near water. There wasn't water nearby, so clearly, like, a Staryu, like, either a Staryu leaped out of the sewers or, like, something, because I'm like, oh my god. Well, actually, I was near a DEP, so maybe that, I don't know, maybe that was something that resembles water, I don't know. But whatever the case is, that doesn't even make sense, but whatever the case is, I continue walking, and then I see a Staryu, and I'm like, oh my gosh! I literally screamed like that outside, and people are looking at me like, what the hell? And I went up, and I see a Staryu, I'm like, oh my gosh, I gotta get him! And I take my freaking phone, I'm like, oh my god, I'm tapping the freaking screen, I'm tapping the screen, and then I run into the Staryu, I'm like, oh my god, 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 oh my gosh! And the Staryu is like literally, like, if I took a picture, I posted it like on Twitter, so you can check it out, go on like @SpiderStaryu, look it up. Literally, I took a picture. The Staryu was like right near our bike, and I'm like, "Oh my god!" So like this person came eventually to get their bike, so they're looking at me like, "What the hell is this person doing?" But I don't care. I just kept flipping Pokeballs. I was so excited that I just kept throwing Pokeballs, missing. Like, "Oh my god, catch it, catch him, catch him, catch him, catch him!" And I finally caught him. But then you know what happened? The game froze. The game froze. You should have seen my face. I don't even know if I can't replicate something like that. Like if I had my webcam on, and we were doing this on YouTube or something, I would show you guys. But like literally, you should have seen my face. I literally looked like the most disappointed, sad I've ever looked in my whole life. Like literally, I look like someone in my family just died. I'm like, oh. Dang. I was so excited, and then when I found out it froze, it made me feel so terrible. So now I reopened the app. I try to restart the app. I keep doing it. It keeps not working. So now I get really, really, really sad. So I'm just sitting on the bench, like, just looking so depressed. I was so depressed. But no, really, I was really depressed. I'm like, oh, I really wanted a Staryu. You know, everyone's been getting them, and I'm freaking SpiderStaryu. I don't have a Staryu. So then I check my Pokemon. I check the Pokemon I've caught, and then, thank God, thank Nintendo, I don't know, whoever the hell is running these servers. I check it and I see a Staryu. I'm like, oh my god, yes! I see the Staryu. Yes, it worked. Oh my god. I breathed and I just sighed, the deepest sigh ever, like in relief. I'm like, oh my god.
Same thing happened to me though with Eevee back when it was not a big deal. I caught it and it like did the like when you caught the Pokemon, and then it just stayed there forever. I'm like, what? What do you mean? You keep going, and I restarted and it was there, and I was relieved. But
thank God. I mean, it's so nerve-wracking. It's like,
it is,
because it's once you catch it, it's gone. So I don't know if like the server screwed up, and I was like, oh, you didn't catch it.
What else is nerve-wracking is when you see a Pokemon you want on the world map, and you're like, oh yes, click. Come on.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my god.
Come on, Rattata. I mean, no one cares about that Pokemon, but like, oh, come on, I want to catch you.
Oh my gosh, I have one in my like backyard.
Dude, I have like 5 of them. When they start doing where you can like trade Pokemon, I'm gonna do a giveaway. You want a Rattata here? Take one. I'm sick of them.
Oh my gosh. I wish the transferring was a little easier, where you could select like, I want to transfer these 30 Pokemon and not have to go to each one. Click transfer, wait. I don't know if that's the same for you, but that's how it is on my phone.
Oh, okay. Well, do you have an Android? You have an iPhone?
Android.
I have an iPhone.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, so has it been super glitchy for you too, this game overall?
Dude, yes, it has. It has been. Sorry, it has been glitching up. It has been just screwing up in general. Like, I have it set to notification, so when I see a Pokemon nearby, you know, it should notify me, but it doesn't do that. It doesn't do that for some reason. I don't know. And then when I try to turn it on, it just stays on the Gyarados screen. I don't know if it's like that for you, but the Gyarados screen with the Gyarados on it, it just stays there, and it keeps saying loading, and then it says fail to log in. So then I try logging in again, doesn't work again. Then I have to restart my phone, and it's really annoying. So what I do now, because this has happened multiple times when I was outside already, what I do now is when I'm at my house, I try putting it on. All right, so when it's already on and whatnot. So if it glitches before I go outside, unless it's an emergency, I wait a second, wait 1 minute, restart my phone, put it back on, then it starts working. But yeah, it has been very glitchy. Like that's just how it is, I guess. Hopefully it gets fixed, because the glitchiness is really annoying.
Yeah, and for mine, it's pretty glitchy too. I don't have that many login problems. It depends where I am, where I'm living at right now. It logs in fine. Um, I'm having a lot of musical glitches where the music works like 40% of the time. Probably
I haven't
less
had
than
any of
that.
those. I haven't had any of those glitches. The music is always fine. It's usually the screen freezes and the music is playing perfectly.
Oh, I have the opposite where the music just stops and everything keeps going just fine.
Okay.
It's that's I'd rather have what I have. So
Okay.
I shouldn't be complaining too much about that, but it lags a lot at times, or like you're trying to click on something and it doesn't work. You kind of get nervous / frustrated. So there are a lot of glitches and bugs to this, and I hope they're working on fixes because I don't know. Some games they just say like, "Up, deal with it," and I hope that's not the case with this.
No, I really think that they, if enough people complain, they will try to do something to fix it, because this is like what the most downloaded app. I don't know if it's like on the Apple Store or whatever the case is, the App Store, whatever. I don't know, but I heard it was downloaded more than Candy Crush.
Yeah, and that's insane because Candy
That's a
Crush is
huge
crazy.
feat. Like in a week, it's already downloaded more than Candy Crush. Like, it's so like this is like sweeping. I feel like we're like okay. I don't know if you, SC, if you personally were a big fan of Pokemon back then. Were you? Were you a fan like back when it was first out?
I mean, actually, the first generation, yeah, I was part of. Like, I watched the show. We
Okay.
had the trading cards. I
Oh,
didn't play the
okay.
games. That's the one.
But you had some cards and whatnot.
Oh
You
yeah,
talked
like all
about
these
it.
Pokemon I recognize. I know them all.
Okay.
I might not know how to pronounce them correctly, but I know who they are.
Paras.
I've been working really hard not to say that.
How do you pronounce it, SC?
Paris,
There you go. Good job.
it doesn't make sense because when I think Paris, I think of like the city, and there's an I in there. That's why I said it differently. Anyway.
Okay, but yeah, you played Pokemon. You know about Pokemon since Generation
Yeah,
1.
yeah.
So me, I was a kid then because I was born 1996. So I didn't experience the whole Pokemon craze, but I experienced like the end of Generation 1 / the beginning of Generation 2. So Pokemon was all the craze, like the anime, the games, the cards. Like I had the cards. I watched anime. I had the games. I had Stadium. I had Gold and Silver. I had Red and Blue. Well, Red and Blue. I had Blue, but then I got Red later on. But yeah, I had all the games and whatnot. So I was really big into Pokemon. So seeing like kind of like a rehash of that, like literally everyone is playing Pokemon. It's insane to think like something like that happened like 20 years ago is now happening now. It's so crazy. It really is. It is. It's like so weird to see like once again adults are playing it. Like of course adults have been playing it since Generation 1, but like it's like okay, I'm having trouble explaining this, but like after Generation 1 and like Generation 2, like Pokemon slowly like kind of like faded out. Like like it was not like the mainstream thing is like it was like back then. Like everyone talked about it. So like Pokemon's popularity like it died down a little bit, but now like everyone's talking about it again and it's so
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, that's what I mean.
And I'm so interested to see where it goes from here because with this game, you're recapturing. First off, you're recapturing everyone who loved Pokemon that 20 years ago. All those people who might have dropped off or stopped caring about the series are now back in. Not only that, but you have people who never played, who are older and who never played, who are into it, like all those moms.
Yeah,
Like,
moms, dads,
dads, yeah.
grandpa, grandma, Dark Boo,
Yeah.
everyone.
Not yet. We're working on that one. 3DS as well. Sun and Moon. What's up?
3DS Fairy. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Pray that he doesn't listen.
He won't.
We love you, Dark Boo.
Yes.
Anyway, yeah, all these people who were back then fans, those new older people who were fans, or who never were in the series are now into it, and you have those people who are currently in the Pokemon series totally over this, and just a new generation. Like it's Pokemon is having a resurgence in popularity and just the what would you call like the common. It's just in like everyday life. Like I had the radio on recently in the car, and on the radio station they're talking about they were just playing the next song, and they're like, oh no, there was some giveaway for tickets, and they're like, I hope you these tickets are as rare as those rare Pokemon or something.
Oh
Fuck,
yeah, I get what you mean. Like, it's been pop culture again.
Yeah, it's back into that. Like it was a little bit, from what I remember, it was
Yeah.
in 20 years ago. Then it wasn't anymore because it wasn't that big thing anymore. But now it's doing that again, and
Yeah.
it's fascinating to
It-
watch.
It's so
Fascinating.
amazing because I see it on TV.
Mm-hmm.
You hear people unfortunately like mishaps with it, like where someone like ran into something,
Oh
like they
my
bumped into
goodness.
something when they're playing Pokemon Go. Like that's just a quick little tip, guys. Pay attention when you're outside, right? Don't keep your head glued to your freaking phone because if you bump into something, I swear. I've seen it happen in front of me. Like I was in the mall. It wasn't like the biggest thing. Like it was just a wall. It wasn't like the biggest thing. But when this guy bumped into the wall, I literally was laughing for like 2 minutes because I was just thinking about it. Like his head just going against the wall. Like, I should have been paying attention.
Was
Just
it
trying
for
to catch
Pokemon Go or?
that. Pokemon Go, yeah. Trying to
That's
catch
so
a
funny.
Clefairy and they're failing.
Oh, I caught one yesterday.
Oh my god, you did!
Yeah.
I have a Clefairy as well.
Oh my goodness.
I want to catch a Jigglypuff, but I see it nearby, but I for some reason I keep missing out on it.
Oh, is it in a shady part of town?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, you know Jigglypuff's in like that, in those shady part of town. You know, moon realness.
oh. Did you
Like-
catch that one Pokemon? The Soul. I saw it near the dumpster right down the road here. I couldn't catch it though. It just wouldn't stop moving. Also, there was such a horrible stench. I just had to run away. I mean, the Pokemon didn't run away. I ran away, so I didn't get to catch it. Have you encountered this mysterious
No,
Soul?
I unfortunately have not encountered it, but I do
Or
see a lot of
fortunately.
I do see I do see a lot of Pokemon near trash bins and near dumpsters.
Oh,
So I'm wondering if that's Soul relocating. The Soul
Oh.
Pokemon, I mean. You know,
Yeah.
Soul Rock, Soul Absol, you know, something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you know what I mean. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure I saw Pokemon inside the trash bin, and it looked like it was sleeping, and I didn't want to
Oh,
wake it up.
sick.
You know what I mean?
Ugh,
It was
yeah.
gross. It was kind of gross because like it was in that disgusting garbage with all like the spoiled food and stuff. It was
Oh yeah,
gross.
yeah.
Yeah,
Typical
right?
habitat. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you catch one, let me know because so far no one's been able to catch it. They can't stand to look at it for more than 5 seconds, so they
Yeah.
have to go.
You gotta be careful though, because when you catch a soul, like 4D activates on the phone, and you can start smelling.
No. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So people who have caught it, they're not with us anymore. That's why no one's
Yeah.
caught it.
Unfortunately, yeah, we've had some passing away. Some people
Oh my
just not even
God.
passing away, like they just faint and they think they passed away, but they're still alive.
Oh my
You know, it's very unfortunate, but you gotta be careful. So don't try to avoid the trash bins and
Mm-hmm,
trash cans and things like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So for anyone that's a new listener, Soul is part of the podcast, and he does smell. So that's why we're making jokes. Anyway, moving on. But we were talking about some cases that we've seen about Pokemon Go in the wild and some of the crazy / dumb things that we've noticed. And I think you've heard a lot about this, but there were some news stories about. I recently read about 2 people who fell off a cliff.
That's not funny. You're laughing at
They
that.
didn't die. They got hurt, but they didn't die.
But it's not
wasn't-
funny if off a cliff or you're laughing.
I'm sorry. Well, look. These people jumped over a fence for a no trespassing area. So
Oh.
look, like if you're gonna do that, then I'm sorry. I mean, there was a crash. I don't
How-
think anybody died.
How far
Hopefully
was
not.
it? How far down was it? Do you know?
I believe one person fell 50 feet, and I don't think. Sorry.
Wouldn't
I
that
don't-
be the one that kills someone 50 feet?
I think it's more of a steep hill type of cliff, where
Oh.
you'd probably roll a bunch. I think. I don't know too much. I didn't write the news article, so the other one fell 90 feet. So
Oh, don't laugh at that.
I'm sorry. I wasn't laughing too hard. There's that girl who found that dead body.
Oh my god, that is that literally I felt bad for her. That's scary. That's literally scary.
That's pretty scary. But maybe a good thing that she found it. Otherwise, that person would have gone missing for too long.
well, yeah, that is
maybe.
true. So hopefully that person was identified. Hopefully.
Yeah. I mean, have you heard of anything else?
Not really. I've heard people about like cars and stuff. Like people were like doing Pokemon Go in the car and like they stop, like literally stop in the middle of the road trying to catch a Pokemon. Like I've heard things like that, but I haven't heard anything extreme yet. Just
okay.
no, just the clip, people falling off cliffs.
Oh my gosh, this is horrible. I don't even know how to respond to that anymore.
What happens if someone you know fell off a cliff, SC?
First, it's just like anything else where a friend gets hurt. You're concerned, and then once you know they're okay, you're in laughter and
Okay.
hysterics.
All right, so I get it because you're laughing because you know they're okay. Okay.
Yeah, they're okay. They're fine. I think they're fine. They
I
should be
hope they're
fine.
fine.
Hopefully they're still fine. Hopefully they didn't fall off another cliff. Oh my gosh. So okay, let's move on to something else. What's your best Pokemon catch? Actually, we already know. You're Staryu.
Staryu, yeah, come on, we know that.
What's your worst Pokemon catch then? I guess maybe the hardest one you had, or the one that you were just getting the most annoyed with.
Let me see. Let me look through my Pokemon because I literally look at their face and I get annoyed. So let me see. All right, let me see who pisses me off. Not you, not you, not you, not you. Okay, I found her. Oh, I found it. Goldeen. All right,
Ooh.
Goldeen. You know, Goldeen is fierce, but it is aggravating. You hear that? That's its cry.
Sounds like a bird.
Oh no, that's the updated Generation 6 cry. You know how they edited all the cries and made them sound... Yeah, they sound different now. Just a little bit in quality. But yeah, this Goldeen, I had to literally throw a Pokeball at it like almost 10 times. Because I was missing, or I would throw a Pokeball at it and it would like get out of the Pokeball. And I'm like, oh my god, Goldeen, alright, don't be a heifer. Alright, don't piss me off today. So I just kept throwing at it, and finally I freaking caught it. And yeah, now I have a Goldeen now. And Staryu, of course, was the best capture. That was the best one. Like, do you guys want to hear him? The proof that I have him? Oof! Oof! There you go. That's my answer.
Okay. For me, I don't know if I have a best one. Because Paris was my first Pokemon card, and I always consider that my first Pokemon. And I've got one right where I live, so
Oh!
it just randomly appears at times. So that was a really nice one. I also got Ponyta, which I really like. The one I really, really want is a Vulpix, so I can get Ninetales. I love Ninetales. Ninetales is so cool. As for worst, I don't know. I get a bunch of Ekans, and I get a bunch of Rattatas.
Rattata.
Oh, I was doing so well today.
That's okay. It's just the last part. It's okay. Go on.
Okay, but yeah, I don't have too many Pokemon in the first place. So, what's a Pokemon that you're actually looking forward to catching? What's your the big one that you want next?
Big one.
Or it could be small.
I know that it could be any size Pokemon. Well, I caught Staryu, so I don't know. I don't want to sound like unoptimistic, but Staryu was the biggest one. As soon as I caught Staryu, I'm like, okay, that's all I need. Staryu was
turn
the
this
biggest
game
one.
off. Don't need to play this anymore.
Yeah. Who did I have? I caught a Ghastly. Oh my god! I was in my sister's house and I found a Ghastly in the hallway in the dark. I'm like, oh my god,
That's concerning.
oh my goodness, what is this doing here? I named the Ghastly Dark Boo though. So shout out to Dark Boo, you're Ghastly. Who am I looking? Okay, I said I'm looking for a Jigglypuff. I really want to catch a Jigglypuff. I want to catch a Bellsprout because I like Weeping Bell and I like Victory Bell. Who else? All right, I gotta look at these Pokemon. All right, so you can answer next, and I will probably just get back to you because I know there are some Pokemon I'm just literally forgetting that I love so much that I want to catch. So you can go next.
So yeah, like I said, I wanted to see Ninetales. I really want Ninetales. I'm not that great at Pokemon names. I can see them and recognize them, but I don't know which one this one is. I think.
Oh, tell me. I can guess.
Dragonite, or what's the final evolution of Dragonite?
Dragonite. That's the final evolution.
Oh, which one's Dragonite?
Dratini, Dragonair, Dragonite. Dragonite is the yellowish? I don't know if that's the right thing for it.
No, it's the
Blue.
It's like a eel looking thing.
Does it? Okay. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. Does it have kind of like a wing shaped ear, kind of like? Do you know what I mean?
Oh my gosh.
Like kind of looks like a wing on its like near its head.
I don't know. I don't know.
No, we're gonna figure. Okay, I don't care. We're gonna figure this out right now.
So I believe this Pokemon has just one evolution. The first one is like this blue dragon eel looking thing, and then
Yeah, that's Dragonair, and then
Dragon-
Dragonite. So you caught a Dratini. SC, come on, help me out here.
I don't know.
Okay, wait. Do you see
Okay,
do you see what it looks
Dratini,
like?
yes.
Wait. Do you see what it
Yeah.
looks like?
Yeah, Dratini.
Does
That's
it have
what I'm
does it
looking
have a
for.
blue does it have a blue ball underneath its head? A blue ball. If you don't see a blue ball, that's not what I'm talking about.
No.
All right, so it's Dratini. Dragonair has like a little like blue orb underneath its head.
Okay, so I need to look at a picture of Dragonair. This is so bad. Okay, Dragonair. Let's see.
There we go.
Yeah,
That's
I think I
Dragonair.
want this one. Oh, I see what you mean by wings.
Yeah. I mean, it kind
Yeah.
of looks like a wing. Yeah.
Yeah, I want this Pokemon. I didn't know it was 148. Wow. Oh, and it evolves into Dragonite.
Yeah.
Ew, I don't like that.
Ew, I don't like that.
Nah, never mind.
Nah. Not no. Nah.
Maybe, hold on. I might be thinking about something else. I just hope it's not a different generation. There's one. Is there another Pokemon that looks similar to a Dragonair?
Another Pokemon that looks similar to Dragonair. Not in this generation.
It's water.
Oh, Milotic.
I think
That's in
so,
Generation 3. Generation 3.
Oh.
Wait, do you mind if I show you a picture to see if that's the one you're talking about?
Yeah, please.
All right, because Milotic, I don't even know if I'm saying it right. It's either Milotic or Milotic. It's from Generation 3. It's a really beautiful Pokemon. I am getting it right now. But while I do that, I want to quickly mention the Pokemon that I really want to catch, because I just looked it up and I found its name. I really want to catch a Tentacool and a Tentacruel. I love, like, outside of Staryu and Starmie, they're my favorite water Pokemon of the first generation. Because my favorite type combination ever, so keep this in mind, guys, so you know, is water and poison. That's my favorite type combination ever. I love water and poison together. So I really hope that I can catch one. I gotta go by the beach or something, or go by the ocean and like try to catch one. Well, yeah, ocean. Yeah, there's some ocean here in New York.
Let's try to wrap this up. Let's go into two more things. What did we think about Pokemon Go before it was released? When it was first announced, it was announced back in September of 2015. What did we think about it then? What did we think about it leading up to the release this last month? And how does that compare to what we think of it now?
I will just quickly say that I was not really too interested at first because I thought it sounded really silly catching Pokemon. It just, I mean, yeah, when you're a little kid, you're like, oh, I want to be a Pokemon trainer and things like that. If you're a big Pokemon fan anyway. But, you know, for me, I'm like, I mean, I guess I'll get it. If it's free, why not? Of course I'll get it. But I wasn't too interested at first. Leading up to its release, though, I got more and more interested, especially when I think they showed it at E3. I think they showed it at the Treehouse. Yeah, okay. They showed it at the Treehouse, and that's when I really started to be like, whoa, like this looks freaking cool. So I am totally interested in, and I was, of course, totally interested in when I downloaded it, and now I love it to death, and I can't wait to see what else happens with it. I know they're going to be adding more and more Pokemon, so next we're going to be getting Generation 2, and that's going to be freaking awesome. Hopefully they have something that allows you to catch a certain generation of Pokemon, because altogether, at least currently, before Generation 7 comes out, there's like 720 or 21 Pokemon. That's a lot of Pokemon. So when all the generations get released, you know, I hope there's a way for us to catch a certain generation of Pokemon. Like, let's say, like, we want to catch a Generation 2 Pokemon. Hopefully there's, like, a setting or something that's, like, okay, only looking for Generation 2 Pokemon or something like that. Hopefully that made some sense. But, yeah, that's what I feel.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat where I hope that some new generations start popping up. Mainly when this starts dying down, when people are kind of like, okay, Pokemon Go has been really cool, really awesome, something I've never seen before, but I'm getting tired of it and I'm ready to move on. And I hope that's when they release Generation 2, so it keeps people's interest and it keeps giving them something to do. Because I don't think you'll be able to catch all 150 that easily. Surprise. There will be some really rare ones, I think, that will be almost impossible to find, and I think people will get tired of trying to get those. So I hope I hope a Generation 2 comes, I don't know when, but sometime soon. Maybe, what's the earliest you think a Generation 2 will show up?
The earliest I can think of is like maybe December of this year.
I was going to say half a year. Yeah. I was thinking like maybe every half year they release a new generation or something like that, depending on how people like it. And I checked for that eel Pokemon thing. No, that doesn't exist in this generation. I think it was Melodic.
Milotic, yeah.
Yeah. But as I was looking, there's so many Pokemon that I still want to catch. I forgot about Slowpoke. Lickitung. I want to get Cubone. Mew, obviously. I still need to get that Staryu.
Yes.
I want to get, let's see, what else did I want? A Magmar. Surprisingly, Arizona doesn't have a Magmar. So yet. I want to, do you just call it Seal?
Seal, yeah.
That's a little too simple. Surprise.
Is this Pokemon trying to trick me with its name?
Yeah, seriously. I want a Diglett. I want a Jinx. I want a Mr. Mime. I want a Ditto. What else do I want? Like I said, Ninetales. I still haven't gotten a Pikachu.
So I haven't got a Pikachu either.
Jigglypuff. I got a Sandshrew yesterday and a Sandslash.
There's your desert Pokemon.
Poliwhirl.
I have a Poliwag. Just saying.
Which one? Is that the earliest one?
Yeah, it's the earliest one. It's before Poliwhirl.
Oh, okay. Then I want that first, obviously. Yeah, those are. Oh, I want Metapod too. I don't know why I like that Pokemon.
Oh yeah, because it's really hard. That's why.
Oh, Team Hard. Pretzels. I love Team Hard pretzels. Oh my gosh.
SC's Team Hard.
Oh gosh. Yeah. So, Pokemon Go. It's been crazy. Any last words? Anything you want to share?
Any last words? Oh my god.
Okay.
Oh my god. It sounds like that's my last. That's the end of my life. Oh my god. My last words.
Goodness, sorry.
Okay. Basically, I think I've said pretty much everything. This is really interesting. It's really cool. It really captured my interest, and I'm still playing it. You know, every time I go outside, I'm always looking at Pokemon Go, despite it freezing sometimes. And I really hope that they release new generations soon, because I feel like every new generation they release, the popularity will die down more and more, unfortunately. Because I feel like Generation 1 is the most popular because, Generation 1, that was the original. Mm-hmm. So I do feel like every generation the popularity is gonna die down a little bit. That's very unfortunate, but I really feel like that's how it's going to be. So hopefully they release other things that will keep people interested. So hopefully just like maybe extra things, like maybe like mini games or something like that. Just something that will keep you interested and will keep you wanting to play. That's all I have to say.
Okay, yeah, and for me, basically everything along the same lines. The one thing that I'm not looking forward to is seeing all the copycats. I'm expecting a lot of different games trying to catch the same kind of concept, same kind of idea on the App Store, on the Play Store, wherever it may be. Not looking forward to that because I don't think... I mean, Pokemon Go is already buggy enough. I can't imagine anything that'll do better than this. So, yeah, good luck to those people, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, but yeah, Pokemon Go, crazy phenomenon that I've been loving to play and to watch. See how it changes our society. The one thing I forgot to mention is that I actually talked to people that I otherwise would never have talked to. I actually helped this one girl out. She didn't know what was going on with Pokemon. She was just there because her mom started to play Pokemon, so she had to get in on it.
Oh,
and so I was helping her out, and it was crazy because I was helping this girl out, showing her how you tap on the Pokemon on the screen. And as I'm doing it, I was at a New York apartment complex. There was someone put a lure there, and there were people going to the apartment complex for this lure. And there were people passing by and they're like, "Hey, Pokemon, woo!" And this one guy's like, "Hey, there's a Charmander over there." So,
dude, there's a Charmander, go get it.
Yeah, that's exactly, yeah. Basically, and 5 minutes later, that's where I was at.
Yeah.
And it's funny because at that apartment complex, some guy in a car drove up and he's like, "This is private property," to everyone that was coming over, and he was like kicking people out. So that's one thing I did not mention in the podcast, is that this has been
We just did now.
glorious. Oh well, in the main part of the discussion, like this has been either a huge blessing for businesses. It's such a way to draw people in, and for other businesses, it's been such a horrible nightmare.
Oh yeah.
Because like you think of like an apartment complex, a motel, something like that. You don't want random people just walking around there. You want people to take part in the service. And people who are playing Pokemon Go are not going to go sign up for a lease at an apartment. They're just not.
Yeah, unfortunately.
So that Pokemon Go, having a Pokestop there is not ideal. But having one at a restaurant, yeah, absolutely. They want people there. So that's I kind of went off.
Wait, hold on a second. Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Did you catch a Hitmonlee?
No.
You know what Pokemon Hitmonlee is?
No. Should I know?
Yeah. You know, Hitmonlee uses his feet.
Get out of here. Oh, wait, but I thought you wanted to be Staryu. I don't get it.
What? I'm talking about you. I said, did you catch a Hitmonlee?
No, you said somebody who likes feet, so that's obviously you. So I don't understand. You're Staryu. I don't get. You want to be two Pokemon at once? Okay.
SC, please. You know exactly what I said. Everyone can go back and listen to what I said. All right,
Anyway.
you can't lie when there's literally proof of what I said.
Oh, get out! Oh my goodness, none of that is true.
It is true.
That is our Pokemon Go discussion. We're gonna move into some news and community, and after that, we'll talk about a little about what we've been doing in the last week or so. So, first up in news and community, we have a new trailer for Pokemon Sun and Moon, along with a few new Pokemon reveals. And I'm gonna let Staryu talk a little bit about it because you know me and Pokemon. I talked about it for about 45 minutes now, but let's be real. I don't know what's going on half the time. So, Staryu, take it away.
Yeah, I'll take it away while you go catch Hitmonlee. All right, so here we go. So, with the new trailer that came out, we have some new Pokemon. Now, I was not here last week. Last week, we had Soul and his friend Matt doing a podcast about Overwatch. I wasn't here. So we're going to talk a bit about the new Pokemon shown. And we're just gonna, we're going to review them and whatnot. And just be like, oh my god, they're cool. Or, oh, they suck. Or whatever. Alright, so are you ready, SC?
Yeah, as ready as I can be for Pokemon.
Oh, that must be very ready. Oh my gosh, calm down. Gee whiz. Oh my gosh. It's too much. Oh my god. Alright, so here's the first Pokemon. This first Pokemon, which I might pronounce the names wrong too, so don't you worry, SC. So don't worry. I might pronounce them wrong too, so you're fine, alright? So this Pokemon, I believe, is called Salandit. Salandit? So like kind of like a salamander plus land plus poison. Apparently it means poison. I don't know. That's what it pretty much means. So, you know, this Pokemon is a poison fire Pokemon. So has a dual type of poison and fire. And it has a very unique ability called Corrosion. Wait, Corrosion? Corrosion. All right.
I don't know.
I have no clue. So if I'm saying it wrong, bad Staryu. Oh my god. But anyway, this Pokemon's ability, special ability, Corrosion, it can poison any type. It can even poison steel types. And it can even poison other poison types. So heck, it could probably poison itself. It probably can poison another Salandit, whatever the case is, however you pronounce it. It could probably poison another one.
Has that been possible ever before, to poison a poison type?
No. I believe in Generation 2, you could poison a steel type if you use Twin Needle on it. But that's it. Twin Needle is a bug type move, and it could poison people. So that would be the only type that can poison steel type type Pokemon back then. But that hasn't been the case for many years. So this is like the first Pokemon that has a type ability that allows it to poison any Pokemon. So poison types need to be careful now, because that's actually very dangerous for poison Pokemon to be poisoned. Oof, that's going to be hard. So this Pokemon's going to be very useful. I imagine this is its first form. I imagine it's going to have other forms. So I can't wait to see what it looks like in its other forms and whatnot. I think it's only going to have one evolution, personally. I just think it's going to have one, and that's it. How do you feel about it, SC? What do you feel about this Pokemon?
Uh, so for Generation 7 so far, I've been pretty unimpressed with these Pokemon, the new ones. This one's pretty good. I'm enjoying this, the design, the look, and that whole poison can poison anything idea, which I really wasn't aware of beforehand. But now that I am aware of it, sounds pretty cool. I'm sure it's a big thing to the metagame and all that. So, big deal. Yeah, looks good. It looks like it has a trash bag on its head. So that's interesting.
Oh yeah, well, you see, when Game Freak and Nintendo were designing the game,
Oh my goodness.
they were inspired by Soul, Soul's being, Soul's soul. You know how he is himself. So they were like, how can we encompass trash like Soul? Like, how are we gonna do it? So then what they did. Okay, I'm not supposed to talk about this, but I guess I'll mention it because I mean I'm legally not supposed to, but I'll talk about it. So recently, Game Freak called me in, and they were like, "We need a new Pokemon," and I'm like, they showed me Salandit, and I'm just like, "Oh, this is really cool," but like, what else are you gonna do with it? And then. Then they were like, we need to make this Pokemon be more poisonous. Like, it needs to be more trashy. And I'm like, I have the perfect person. And then I showed them Soul. And I'm like, oh my god, that is literally the being of trash. I'm like, exactly, exactly. So what we should do is we should put like a bag on top of its head. And they were like, wow, that would be the greatest thing ever. That will make it look really trashy and whatnot. So then they thanked me, and I got paid a little bit, but I'm not allowed to talk too much more about that. But yeah, that's what happened.
Okay, and it makes sense that it's only his head, because if it was the entire Pokemon itself, it might actually cause people to faint, to
Yeah, because then it would smell like him and whatnot. So
Yeah,
that's the only thing they could do.
oh my gosh, everyone in the game would, like just drop dead, because it would be a catastrophe. I get it now. It makes sense. The design choice is very smart. Absolutely.
All right, and just one more thing I want to mention about this is that this Pokemon, it's quad resistant to 3 types. You know what quad resistant means? That means both its types are resistant to something. So poison and fire, both together, SC, are resistant to fairy moves, bug moves, and grass moves. So that means it has 3 quad resistances. That's pretty cool. And also, what else does it have? The only thing that sucks about this Pokemon is that ground is gonna be quad effective, and if you don't know what that means both its types are weak to a certain type. So poison's weak to ground and fire's weak to ground. So that means that ground type moves are gonna kill it, unfortunately. So yeah, I can't wait to see this Pokemon in action and whatnot. And
So what's the
about it.
other Pokemon that they
All right.
revealed?
Yeah, all right. So the next one, I'm definitely gonna pronounce this one wrong, so don't you get crazy, people. So this Pokemon's called Mimikyu. Mimikyu. And this Pokemon pretty much is like, it's a ghost and fairy type. So we got another new combination, ghost and fairy. And this Pokemon's weird. Its body is hidden underneath a veil. So you can see its beady black eyes that are visible underneath its veil. Like you can see not underneath, like in the veil there's two holes so the Pokemon could see out of it. And this veil pretty much looks like Pikachu, kind of like a Pikachu drawn in, like with the eyes, the mouth, the cheeks, and the tail. So pretty much it kind of looks like Pikachu a bit. Its disguise does anyway. So it's a very interesting Pokemon. And it has the ability to disguise, which I know nothing about.
Well then, all right.
I know nothing about disguise. I completely forgot everything about it. So I'm sorry. You look up disguise and find out what it is. But yeah, it's a very, very, very cool, cute looking Pokemon. It's kind of sad. It's kind of sad looking that it has to hide itself and thinks it's like it looks fine with its freaking weirdly drawn in face. But I think it's really cute. What do you think about it? See, have you seen pictures of it?
Yeah, I'm all for very interesting design ideas and choices, and this is definitely one of them. Like that trash Pokemon. Talk about trash Pokemon again. The trash bag Pokemon, like that is not a good designed Pokemon. This one is. This one has a cool story behind it. This one has a very nice looking design. My question is, will it be able to mimic other characters, other Pokemon, or will it always just look like a Pikachu?
That's actually something I don't know. That would be interesting if it could like mimic other designs of Pokemon. Like, oh, this one looks like a Squirtle, or like, oh, this one looks like a what else? What else is there? Oh, this looks like a Jigglypuff. Like that'd be so cool to see like other types of Pokemon disguises.
I don't think they would, because that would be like 700 Pokemon they'd have to do for this one Pokemon. So maybe like just the starters or something like that.
Yeah, they could do something like that. I'd be down for it. All right, so we have one more new Pokemon, and this Pokemon is a normal/fighting type. So that's a pretty interesting combination. I mean, it can't hit ghost Pokemon at all because it doesn't have Scrappy, but you know that's a whole other story and debate entirely. Anyway, this Pokemon's name is, we're definitely gonna pronounce this one wrong. It's Ruguma. Ruguma. And I have no idea. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong. So don't be a hater. Don't pour no haterade on me. All right, don't be a hater. But yeah, it's pretty much a bear-looking Pokemon. It's like black and pink, kind of. Its like whole body kind of looks black, and it has like pink paws and whatnot. I mean, it looks like a Pokemon, but it just looks like a weird-looking Pokemon. You know, Bulbapedia thinks that it looks like a red panda, but I wasn't even really sure I was getting panda from this. I thought I was just getting bear realness. But I'm not the Pokemon that was shown. This is the one I'm least fond of.
Yeah, it's ugly. So.
Oh, that's not nice.
Well, there's a lot of Pokemon that are not the prettiest to look at.
Well, yeah, Staryu definitely is the prettiest, but yeah, it's really just eh. I like to see its evolutions though, if it has any. I mean, I guarantee it has some evolution, because it can't just be this creature right here with no evolutions. That'd be so weird. So yeah, that's all. I believe that is the Pokemon that have been shown. Yes, I am correct. Yeah, those were the new Pokemon shown. So can't wait to see more Pokemon. Hopefully we get some more good ones, more juicy ones. Yeah. And I'm liking the type combinations so far. We've been getting new type combinations. We've been getting Ghost Fairy, Bug Fairy, what else did we get? We got Normal and Dragon with the Drampa Pokemon. The Dragon Pokemon looks kind of weird looking, like it's old, like an old dragon. Poison Fire. You know, I'm liking the new combinations we've been getting, so I can't wait to see more. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is about Pokemon Sun and Moon, new Pokemon so far.
Okay. Continuing the Pokemon news, Darkrai is coming to Pokemon or Pokken Tournament, and the unfortunate thing is that it's coming to the arcade version and not the Wii U version. Interestingly enough, I found out that who was it? Oh, and forgive me for saying the names wrong. Braixen,
yeah. You said it right, yeah.
Woo! Garchomp.
Yeah.
And I think Shadow Mewtwo. I think those three. Those three were not in the arcade version, and they're being added. Those were only in the Wii U version, but they're being added along with Darkrai to the arcade version. But Darkrai is not being added to the Wii U one, as far as we know. I would be shocked if they did not add it. That would be very weird for them not to. So keep an eye out for that. Darkrai may be coming to Pokken Tournament, which, by the way, is a pretty fun multiplayer game. So I suggest looking into that. Next up, the NES Classic Edition.
Oh my god,
wow.
Yes!
This thing came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Announced it was announced on my birthday, actually, on the 14th. It is going to be a mini NES, basically.
Yeah.
With an HDMI output, you can plug it in. You get a controller. You can get another one for $10. That's a classic NES controller, and it comes with 30 games on the machine itself. No online, and you can't add any more games, but you do get those 30 games, and there's some pretty decent games in there. So, yeah, and it's for $60, I believe.
That is a fantastic deal. All right, can I clock some tea real quick?
Go for it.
All right, okay. You hear this? That's some tea. Well, actually, that's soda, but soda's gonna be spilled. Sprite soda, to be specific. I love Sprite. Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. Oh my god. For this is a really great deal. So I believe it's 30 games, right? 30
yes.
games. So do you guys realize how great of a deal that is? like for most of these games are on the virtual console for the NES. The NES, yeah, the virtual console. The virtual console for the Wii U. Most of them are on the Wii U. But each of them costs $5. So you're going to be getting 30 games for the price of $60. Do you realize how great of a deal that is? That is a freaking great deal. It's kind of sad that you can't add more games, but you know that there's no point in saying that because you're getting 30 games for $60. That's so cool. So I am totally getting this, even though I have some of the games. Pretty much most of the Mario games, at least that they showed, I have pretty much all of them. But still, this is so cool. This is so awesome. Like what? Okay, 5 times 30. That's like 150, I believe, right? That's like 150, and not counting the tax on all of them too. So like that's such a great deal. You're getting a whole entire like little console, which is adorable, by the way. You can hold it in your hand. That is so cute. So I could put it like in my backpack or like in a bag or something. I could just take it to my friend's house, be like, hey, let's play NES. Let's see who wins, who's better.
Oh my goodness.
That's so cool though. That's awesome. So awesome. That's what I mean. So I just can't wait. I really can't wait to get this. I'm pre-ordering this ASAP, and I'm going to be buying it. I can't wait. I'm really excited, guys. I love it.
Yeah, it's cool. I don't know if so a couple of things. I actually really like the ability to have save states. I don't know if that's on this thing. My guess is that it's not. But on the Wii U, you have save states, and I really, really like that feature. And I actually really like the Miiverse integration as well, so that's definitely not going to be on that thing. So there are 2 downsides to it. But the overall product sounds pretty good. It's a little disappointing that this is what Nintendo has to... This is like Nintendo's big thing for the holiday, that they have to re-release a bunch of classic games because they don't have anything else.
True.
So that's a little disappointing. But, I mean, people are loving it, so...
This excites
right.
me. This excites me. Like, what
Yeah,
if they do... I'm sorry, what?
No, go ahead.
Okay, I'm sorry. What I was gonna say is that imagine you do this for like Super Nintendo or Nintendo 64. Oh my
Whoa.
gosh! Oh my god, that'd be so... I can't even. That'd be so cool.
That would be crazy. That would be insane because then you also have... Because it hooks up to an HDMI, so it's like all ready to go. Oh, man.
Oh, and then we have all the controllers. And if they have Mario Party 3, I will scream for 5 minutes on the podcast. That'd be so... I mean, obviously something like that's not going to be coming out like anytime soon. But that'd be so cool. Oh my god, that'd be great. Yeah, that's really cool.
One thing I would... You know what I would be interested in? Is
What?
a Game Boy
Ooh.
classic thing. Because there's a lot of Game Boy games I haven't played. And I'd love to carry something around. Around something like that, yeah.
That'd be cool if it had a... what's it called? A lit screen.
Yeah, no kidding. And remind me, because I haven't picked up an NES controller in a really long time. Is that thing comfortable? Because it's a square. So I can't remember.
It's not the most comfortable, if you want me being honest. Me personally. But it's all right. If you have big hands, do you have big hands, SC? What? I'm not making a joke. I'm just saying.
I'm looking at my hand. I'm just like, I don't
well, I don't have huge hands or anything. So for me, it was not too uncomfortable. But if you have really big hands, guys, that's not gonna be too comfortable. To be honest, it's not gonna be too comfortable. It'll be kind of annoying because like you have these big hands on this little tiny controller. Yeah, not the most comfortable. But that's just my opinion. So you could decide for yourself if you pick it up, get an NES controller, and see for yourself like how does it feel for you. Because it could be perfectly fine. But for me, yeah.
Okay, so that's coming out November 11th, so keep an eye out for that. And our last thing in news and community is, well, I would say this is more community, is that if those of you who remember the newer Super Mario Brothers Wii hack that came out about 2 or 3 years ago, I believe 3 years ago, basically somebody or a team went and took new Super Mario Brothers Wii and completely redid it. All new levels, all new tile sets, music, enemies, bosses. They did a fantastic job. And they're currently doing it for New Super Mario Bros. DS, called Newer Super Mario Bros. DS. That's coming out sometime this year. And the people, they released a new trailer for that, and I think people should totally check that out because it looks amazing. In addition to that, they announced that they are also working on one for New Super Mario Bros. U called...
Oh my god.
You guessed it. Newer Super Mario Bros. U. So lots to look forward to that. Really awesome, really cool. I highly suggest checking that out. Yeah, so that's that. That's our news and community.
Nope, it isn't. That's not it. There's one more piece of news. Really quickly, I just want to mention this. Next week, so currently we are on July 16th, 2016. So next week on July 23rd wait, that's a week, right? Yeah, that's a week. Okay. Just making sure. I don't want to sound stupid. All right. So, next week, July 23rd, I will be posting a Kirby Planet Robobot podcast. So, yeah, I recently found a guest to do it with. I'm going to say his name because he said it was okay with it. I filmed it with a YouTuber by the name of Kirby Vault, and he is a Let's Player. He does Nintendo games and some other games on his YouTube channel, Kirby Vault. So you can just look up Kirby Vault on YouTube. And yeah, we basically did a Kirby Planet Robobot podcast, and we talked all about the game, talked about our favorite things, talked about the copy abilities, how we feel about the story, and where Kirby's going to be going in the future. It's really awesome. So make sure you tune in next week to listen to that podcast. It's great. And even if you don't have the game, you'll get tons and tons of information on why you should get the game. So definitely listen to that next week.
Yeah, perfect. So yeah, that's now it's all for news and community. Before we sign off, before we end our Pokemon Go podcast, we want to quickly go over what we've been doing in the last week or two. I actually have something that I thought of pretty quickly. I've been playing Tokyo Mirage Sessions hashtag. I can't even talk.
What? What hashtag?
It's half price. It's Tokyo Mirage Sessions hashtag FE, which stands for Fire Emblem.
Hashtag.
Yeah, it's got a crazy name because it's kind of a crazy game. It's a JRPG with K-pop elements and battles. It's a really interesting game. I'm actually having a lot of fun with it. Not so interested in the story because it's a lot about like singing and finding your voice and blah blah blah. And like,
I see, we're finding your voice. They're preparing you to sing the Donkey Kong song live in front of many people, you see?
Well, that's actually what that game's about. Not about Donkey Kong, unfortunately. But, about singing in front of other people and Fire Emblem characters showing up, blah, 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 and people disappearing, la, la, la. But it's a very fun game. The battle system's a lot of fun where you have these sessions where if you fight an enemy who has a weakness to a certain affinity, then you are able to... enemies weak to fire, so I use a fire attack on this enemy. If any of my other characters in the battle arena, my characters, also have a fire attack or something that enemy is weak to, they'll also join in and give their own attack. It's just a really cool system that I'm sure has been done before. I'm not a big JRPG guy, so I don't know the whole genre very well, but so far having a great time with this game. So I would say this is one of those games like Splatoon where you look at it first and you're kind of like, this is something new, I'm not sure if I like it. Then you play it and you're like, this is actually a lot of fun. I think this is similar where on the outside it's like really crazy looking, but it's actually a really good game at its core. So I would suggest looking into that if all of you have not already. That's what I've been doing.
2 days ago was a certain special person's birthday. Whose birthday was it 2 days ago?
It was me.
Oh my god! Happy birthday!
Oh, thank you.
You realize something, guys? I stayed up till 3 o'clock in the morning because SC, he lives in Arizona, so he's 3 hours. He's 3 hours behind. Wait, Oh, okay, wait, right. I was gonna say, wait. Am I just making this up? Am I know nothing about time? Okay, he's 3 hours behind. So right now, it's 3 o'clock. So for him, it's like 12:30 right now. So he's 3 hours behind. So I stay up till 3 o'clock. So I waited exactly for when his birthday started. I'm like, happy birthday! And I had to do it because I'm like, I have to be the first one to say happy birthday because I like doing that with people and with my friends and whatnot because it means a lot to them. So I like doing that to show that, hey, your birthday matters, you matter, you're great, you're awesome, and I want to say happy birthday to you immediately as soon as it starts.
Oh.
See, now you regret those feet comments? Unbelievable. Here I am trying to sing you happy birthday, and all that happens. Ugh. Well, how old are you, SC?
I'm
Be honest.
now.
Okay, come on. You know they'll believe you.
True, they would. Oh my gosh.
He's not 47.
Oh my goodness. 23. Now I'm 23.
Oh my god, that's so old.
Yeah, it's a little old, a little bit, but it's not crazy old. 20s is still fine. I'm in my 30s, and I'm, if I'm over here talking about my 30s, then you should be like, oh, okay. Then you can make your comments, but yeah, 23. That's me.
Wow, I can't believe it. How long have we known each other? Like, how long have we been talking?
Probably 5 or 6 years.
Oh my god.
5 or 6 years, yeah.
Oh my god.
It's crazy.
Oh my god.
It is. I was looking at. This is crazy. I was looking at some old stuff from MPL. I don't remember why, but I was looking through some old topics, and I found the one where I suggested changing the Super Mario Party site to Mario Party Legacy in our staff board, and that was from 2010. Oh wow, that was incredible to see that. And then I went even further back to before the Super Mario Party site. Well, this was the Super Mario Party site, but it was on freewebs.com.
Oh my god.
That was posted. My first post on there, I think, was October 9th, 2000. Do you want to guess?
7.
6.
Oh, how old were you in 2006?
13, I think.
Oh, you were so tiny.
I know, and oh my gosh, if you guys find it's on archive.com. It doesn't exist anymore, so you can see it through the Wayback Time Machine. But
Okay.
It's wow. I did not proofread anything. Like even today, if I don't look through my writing at least once, then you will find some glaring issues. So if you read one of my articles and there are like spelling errors or just random words missing or random words placed in that don't make any sense, that means I did not read it over, not even once. So say something in the comments if I didn't. That usually means I was rushing and I had to go or something. But anyway.
Wow, I cannot believe this. You were 23 years old. I can't believe it. Wow. This is something else. This is like whoa. Like, do you realize that you're 23 and I'm going to be 20 this year? And you knew me, like, when I was, like, 13, 14 years old. Can you believe that? Like, this is, like, so
it's really
crazy.
Weird.
It's
I don't
so
like
weird.
to think about it because it's just so, like, where has the time gone?
I have no clue.
That's how
like,
I think about it. I'm like, whoa, how...
Through Donkey Kong, through, what else have we had? We had
Donkey Kong got at least a year.
Donkey Kong got a year, so Donkey Kong's a year old. We had Donkey Kong, we had Mario Golf, that thing where Toadette screwed up saying Mario Golf. We've had tons of things, and it's so cool doing this podcast with people like you and all the other people on this podcast. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, just think of what episode we're on. 224.
Oh my
what?
god,
that's a lot.
I didn't think we'd get to 200, 224.
I didn't think we'd get to 50. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. Well, yeah, I just wanted to say happy birthday, SC. You know, you are great. You are awesome. I just wanted to say happy birthday, and I would sing it, but I'm alone, so I can't do it. But I'll okay. When the podcast is done, I'll do a happy birthday to SC privately, because I'm gonna be hoo-hawing, and there's too much. There's only so much of this podcast can handle hoo-hawing. So
True.
That will happen soon. But yeah, let me just quickly say what I've been doing. I've been in a lot of people's streams lately. I've been watching a lot of streams of Super Smash Bros. For Wii U. Been participating in tournaments. And I've been playing a lot of Mario Kart 8 lately. Which I mentioned this next week. I'll mention this next week as well. But I'm gonna be doing a Mario Kart 8 tournament soon. Not like next week. Not anything like that. It's gonna be soon. Like, probably towards the end of July or like near August. I'll be doing a Mario Kart 8 tournament, and I'm going to film it, and it's going to be really cool. So when I get that set up, I will post signups and whatnot, and yeah, it'll be really cool. So hopefully you, the listeners, would be interested in something like that. It'll be posted like on the Mario Party Legacy or Lost Levels website, so that everyone will be able to see it and whatnot, because who doesn't like joining a good tournament for all good fun and whatnot? Like 3 Grand Prix, who gets the most points throughout all the cups. So that'll be really fun. So yeah, I will be posting more information about that soon, so keep a lookout for that. And yeah, that is pretty much it. There's not been too much happening this week, so that's it.
Very cool. We're going to do our ending information, so you guys know where you can find all our social media and all that good stuff. You can subscribe to us on iTunes. Just look for The Lost Levels. And when you do, please give us a rating and a review, because that really helps us grow, especially now because Pokemon goes so popular. We might have some new listeners right now. If you are a new listener, please give us a rating and a review, because we would love to get bigger, to have a bigger audience, so that we could reach out to more of you. So please do
Yes,
that.
give us 5-Staryus.
Yes, and don't give us anything lower.
Yeah.
That gets a little ridiculous. Anyway, you can find all our past episodes at our website, thelostlevels.mariopartylegacy.com, and our Mario news and community at mariopartylegacy.com. You can follow us on social media. You can find us at facebook.com/thelostlevels, on Twitter at lostlevelsmpl, on Tumblr at thelostlevelspodcast.tumblr.com,
Yep.
and at youtube.com/user/thelostlevels MPL. And as for me, you can find my Twitter, Nintendo Network, YouTube, Xbox Live, PlayStation Network. It's all SuperZambezi. And that's also where, the YouTube is where you'll be able to find my new Banjo-Kazooie Returns trailer sometime at the end of this month. So look out for it. Woo! Yeah.
As for me, SpiderStaryu, you can follow me through the ends of the earth, across the frozen sea. I am SpiderStaryu on all these social media. I am SpiderStaryu on YouTube, Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, Nintendo Network, and Google+. All of it is SpiderStaryu. If you're going to send me a request on Nintendo Network, make sure you tell me who you are. Say you listen to the podcast, say you watch my YouTube videos, say something, because if you don't say anything, I will decline your request. So please don't be shy. Be like, hey, Staryu, I know you, I watch your videos, or oh, I like your podcast. Say something, please, because if you don't say something, I'll just decline it. All right? So please do that, and thank you.
All right, that is it for episode 224. Thank you all for listening, and be sure to listen to our Kirby podcast next week.
Yes.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to. Happy birthday, dear SuperZambezi. Happy birthday to you.
Stop.